Dear viewers, hope all of you are fine. 2,000 years old city found below the Bay of Bengal. And its inventor Ishme Azam, whose name is Riju Events, last the 23rd of January 2018. He works in a non-government organization that collects and preserves tigers in the forest. I was surprised to hear what this young man said in the words. Confusion of belief-disbelief in mind. Within the Sundarbans, he found ancient archaeological sites, ruins of the building, various types of earthen pot, terracotta, chorisaha archaeological sites. He said that these structures were coming out in different parts of the Sundarbans due to the erosion. The history of Jessore Kulna of Satish Chandra Mitra, and the history of the Sundarbans of AFM Abdul Jalil mentioning the existence of the Sundarbans has been mentioned. A team of researchers from both universities of Germany and the United States said earlier that salt industry factories were found 300 years ago in the Sundarbans. In the period of King Pratapaditya of Jessore, there were many structures including the temple and the structure were built in the Sundarban area. Periodically, the foundations are found. They were 1 to 2,000 years ago. And the foundations he found are seen for 2 or 3 years. Before that, the structures were buried under the soil of the Sundarbans. In several areas, the forest has begun to break as the fringe starts to break. Vengeance requests to be there. Search preparation. Professor of Archaeology Department at Jahangirnagar University, Sufi Mostafizur Rahman. Department of Archaeology Department of Comilla University, Sohrab Adin, archaeologist, and we went together for some Sundarbans. The 14th day of the 24th of January, the time of the tide, our team started a journey to the Sundarbans in a small speedboat. There are 2 forest guards in the team. Drawn rivers around us and thick forests on either side. We are on the mysterious world of such mysteries. But I was feeling thrilled to discover something new inside. The weight was rising when the ancient settlement of the southern coast found in Raihu. By the time the speedboat will take about 1.5 times to go to the biggest facility. From 7 to 7 in the morning, those structures float above the water. As a result, we have to reach there at any cost at around 7:30. By calculating the time, we increased our legs. The speedboat was moving with time over. But the sudden speedboat was stopped. However, Riju said, we have reached near the Sundarbans' 1,000-years-old port. But speedboat is not progressing. The driver cannot handle it even after trying hard. Suddenly I noticed that with our 7 people, the speedboat was floating in the tide and moving towards the sea. Inserted the inside. What will happen now? The impression of anxiety in everyone's eyes. There is no mobile phone network in this place. Within a few hundred kilometers there is no people, but there are some animals like the crocodile and the tiger in the water. Riju said, crocodile, sharks, and above the Bengal tiger flows over this river in the forest. Feeling very helpless. There are no boats or ships nearby that will shout. This part of the forest is so remote that no ships, even on the side of the robbers, do not come. The fear of fear is to get everyone to become frustrated. The driver continued to try. Suddenly the speedboat was introduced in his constant effort. After almost half an hour, I could not stay away from my breath. History view. Within 10 minutes of the speedboat was broken, we arrived at the Kajoradana area. Here is the ancient human habitation. At the foot of the Bayangapani I found that there is no mud underfoot in this place of Bengal, there is brick-ripe floor. Around 1 kilometer area, I found several structures. If my channel is good, then there is a request to subscribe. Thank you. LK Das.